I got a fish. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm Sam Van Egmond, and me and Seth Vanderzalm are going to be surviving on an island for 12 or less hours. We will have no food except for 2 bags of chips, a couple granola bars, pretty much more stuff than you would need, and the amount of time we're going to stay there. We're going to be picked up in the morning, and here we go. See you. This is Survivor Sam. And Seth, something. All right, we're approaching the island. Our boat is very crammed with all the camera crew and our crew. We have lots of gear, which should last us longer than the amount of time we're gonna stay there. So that's just an update. I'll have more when we get there. Love you.
You could probably take that back to you. Why not just throw it there for now? Oh, don't let it go.
This is my friend Seth. He's not too good with his words, but he's good with his mind and his hands. So he'll protect me. He's pretty much my bodyguard.
All of our stuff sitting right here. Looks like a lot
And
for
it
one
is.
night, but
Just in case we don't come back to get them.
Yeah, we could survive too if we had
In
to.
case we get busy playing
We
bobble.
could.
There are a lot of plants here that I think I might possibly be able to eat, maybe, even maybe, kind of, even maybe, even possibly, kind of, no, even maybe. And they're off.
Have fun, boys.
We will.
if surviving is so-called fun.
There they are. Well, we're gone, and so are they. That's it. We're stranded. And now we set up our tent. We have the base laid out and the stakes in there. Unfortunately, we couldn't put our stakes fully into the ground because the ground is made up of a substantial amount of rock and it can't go in that far, but luckily these two ones could go in pretty far, which we got lucky with. Now we're putting on the poles and soon we'll be putting up our tent. All right, we have the tent up and I'm getting started on the fire. and the sun's really close to setting, so I'm gonna try and get the fire started before the sun sets, or else it might be a little bit more difficult for us to get the fire started. We've got a nice fire pit area and a good amount of wood. The sun has pretty much set, and the loons are there. That's one of my hidden skills. Okay, now to the fire. This is our fire starting material. We have kindling, newspaper, cardboard, everything a fire makers would need. This will work perfectly. I think it's like the perfect thing. All right, so let's get started with this. All right, so I have the little fire pit set up, and I have this lighter. It barely works, and it's the only thing I have. Actually, not really. I have matches, another lighter, and yeah, I have a lot of other stuff to start fire, but whatever. Let's get this started. Okay. Oops. Maybe I'll use a match. Yeah, let's use a match. I almost burned my finger there. Almost made a little bit of a mess. Okay. Match, 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 match. Alrighty. I'm just gonna strike this. I'm not gonna see. I can't record myself striking it. So I have to... Oh, dang it, the match broke. Alright, that's good. Come on. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Come on, light. You got this. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yes, yes. Oh, whoops, that's upside down, I think. Yeah, that's good. You're good. Come on. Okay. This looks pretty good. I think that this is gonna be successful. And in turn, we will have boiling water. Just kidding, we're not allowed to boil water. This looks pretty good. Right now, in this survival situation, our first two needs of assessment were fire and shelter. Now that we have those, I think we're pretty good. Usually, in a survival situation, water is one of the most important aspects of survival. But here, it is abundant. And luckily, we came with a life straw. We could just drink this straight out of the water if we need to. And we also have 2 full bottles of water and 2 cans of Dr. Pepper. We have some chips, a couple granola bars, all the gear. This isn't really much of a survival situation. It's more of a survival vacation.
Could be my dad.
This water is gonna be good. Oh, that is so good.
You're like last brother.
Yeah, I was. And this is the finished product of our campsite. Happy faces, and we feel safe. And I think that's what's very important at the end of the day when you're trying to survive. Here's our tent, and it's quite a beautiful night. Me and Seth are going to go in the water for a little bit. We have our bathing suits on, and let me show you our sleeping situation, our beds. So these are our beds with our backpacks and stuff at the bottom, and yeah, it's pretty good. This is a nice fire, but sometimes in survival, fires aren't always pretty. Like right now, this fire is keeping me and giving me the feeling of safety, security, and it's something familiar that I know. And now that I have bug spray on and I'm by the fire, it's nice and relaxing, but most of the time, if you're in a survival situation, fire will keep you warm and stop you from freezing at night. I hope they come. Cheers. This is survival. That's good. Ryan started the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. Ryan started the fire. Something, 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 something. Marilyn Monroe. Ryan started the fire.
Marilyn Monroe. Want to go for a quick dip?
No way. I am so scared right now. It's about 10 o'clock right now, and it's pretty nice. We've been sitting by the fire for the past hour or more, and my butt's a little bit crispy, but I've switched my spot around and fixed my posture and sat different. But now I'm sitting on the cooler with my pillow. Well, Seth was sitting there, and I was also sitting on the rock, and we'll give you a nice little goodbye view of the whole campsite and everything when we go.
Yeah.
It's important to mark your territory in a survival situation because an injury from a potentially dangerous animal can lead to death. So mark your territory around your campsite to let dangerous animals know that you're there and not to cross your path.
How are you holding it? You like hold it in.
Alright, so me and Seth are about to go to bed. We watched an episode of Modern Family that was downloaded on my phone, and I think it's probably like 10:30 or something. That sounds about right, maybe like around almost 11, possibly. Probably not, but
It's 11.
it is?
Yeah.
Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in the morning, maybe sometime that night when we check the fire. Good night. Amen.